Maria was a young and beautiful pregnant woman who lived in a small town. She was in her third trimester and was eagerly awaiting the arrival of her first child. She had been looking forward to this moment for so long, as she had always dreamed of starting a family and becoming a mother. She had taken great care of herself throughout her pregnancy, following her doctor's advice to the letter, and doing everything in her power to ensure the health and well-being of her unborn child. Maria lived in a close-knit community where everyone knew each other and looked out for one another. Her husband, Jose, was a hardworking man who loved his wife deeply and did everything he could to support her during this exciting but also nerve-wracking time. The couple had decorated the nursery, picked out baby clothes and names, and had even planned a baby shower with all of their friends and family. However, despite all of the preparations, Maria was feeling increasingly anxious as her due date approached. She was afraid of the pain of labor and childbirth, and also worried about the responsibilities that came with being a new mother. She tried to reassure herself that everything would be fine and that she was up for the challenge, but her worries persisted. One day, as she was lying in bed, Maria suddenly felt a sharp pain in her stomach. It was unlike anything she had ever experienced before, and she started to scream in agony. Her husband immediately called an ambulance and took her to the nearest hospital. The medical staff there took her into an examining room, and the doctor on duty tried to calm her down and assess her condition. It was then that Maria realized that her life, and the life of her unborn child, was about to change forever. As Maria was lying on the examination table, the doctor on duty started to examine her. He performed an ultrasound, hoping to determine the cause of her pain. However, what he saw on the screen shocked him to his core. The baby was in distress and its heart rate was dropping rapidly. The doctor immediately called for a team of specialists, and they sprang into action, performing an emergency C-section to deliver the baby as quickly as possible. Maria was terrified. She didn't understand what was happening or why her baby was in distress. She felt helpless and alone, and she couldn't stop crying. The minutes felt like hours as she waited for news of her baby's condition. Finally, the team of doctors emerged from the operating room, and she could see from the look on their faces that the news was not good. The doctors told her that her baby was very sick and needed to be transferred to a neonatal intensive care unit, (NICU), immediately. Maria was devastated. She had always imagined bringing her baby home from the hospital, not having it taken away from her to a place she didn't understand. She felt like her world was falling apart, and she didn't know what to do. Meanwhile, Jose was outside the operating room, pacing back and forth and praying for the best. He was scared for his wife and their baby, and he felt powerless to help them. When he finally received the news, he was overwhelmed with emotion and didn't know how to comfort his wife. The couple spent the next several days at the hospital, praying for their baby's health and trying to make sense of what was happening. They felt like they were living in a nightmare, and they just wanted their baby to be okay. Despite the difficult start to Maria and Jose's journey as parents, they remained hopeful and determined to do everything in their power to help their baby. They spent countless hours at the NICU, watching over their little one and learning everything they could about their condition. They'd also reached out to their friends and family for support, and the outpouring of love and care they received helped them to keep going during those dark and difficult days. The couple was determined to find a solution to their baby's health problems, and they started to research their options. They came across a cutting-edge medical treatment that was being offered at a specialized hospital in another state, and they immediately made arrangements to take their baby there. The treatment was risky and expensive, but they were willing to do anything to save their child. After a long and difficult journey, Maria and Jose finally arrived at the specialized hospital, and their baby was taken into the care of a team of world-renowned specialists. The couple felt like they had found a glimmer of hope and were eager to start the treatment. Over the next several weeks, they watched as their baby slowly started to improve. The treatment was working, and their baby was on the road to recovery. Maria and Jose were overjoyed and grateful for the care and attention their baby received. They felt like they had finally found a light at the end of the tunnel, and they were eager to bring their little one home. After what seemed like an eternity, the day finally arrived, and the couple was able to bring their baby home, where they could care for them and watch them grow and thrive. As the years went by, Maria and Jose watched their baby grow into a healthy and happy child. They were grateful for the journey they had been on and the lessons they had learned along the way. They knew that they would never forget the struggles and the triumphs, and they were grateful for the love and support that had carried them through it all. They were proud to be parents, and they were filled with joy every time they looked at their little miracle, knowing that they had overcome the odds to get where they were today. Maria and Jose's story is a testament to the power of hope, love, and determination. Despite the difficult start to their journey as parents, they never lost sight of their goal and were willing to do anything to help their baby. They learned that sometimes the road to recovery is long and difficult, but with love, support, and the right medical care, anything is possible. Their story serves as an inspiration to others facing similar challenges, and it reminds us that no matter how difficult things may seem, there is always hope for a brighter future.